Right, NBA 2K rating recap for December 26th, 2025. 9 games to go through. Still doing a little bit of catch up. After the holidays, I recorded my video for the Christmas games earlier today. Miami moves to 16 and 15 on the season, 126 to 111 over the Hawks. Bam Adebayo was out, so Khalil Ware got the start, had 16 points, 13 rebounds. Pallel Larson made his return to the lineup. He started in this one at the 2, 21 points for him, 9 of 13 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3 in 30 minutes of action. Norm Powell started next to him at the 3, had 25 points. Andrew Wiggins at the 4, 18 points as the Heat ran their small ball lineup with Bam sidelined. In Atlanta, they dropped to 15 and 17. Trey had 30 points, 6 assists, but they haven't been able to win many games since he's come back in the lineup. Jalen Johnson, another rebound short of a triple-double, 24, 9, and 10 for him. Onyeka Okongwu, subpar game, 12 points, 5 of 16 from the field, not really efficient. The efficiency you're looking for from a starting center, 0 for 5 on threes. That also means, though, that he was 5 of 11 on twos. The league average for a center is in the low 60s in terms of true shooting. So definitely needs some better finishing from him this season. I've posited that him being out on the three-point line has taken away from his offensive rebounds. He's not getting as many points at the rim as he used to, so he actually hasn't been any more effective, even though he's added the three-point shot this year. Nickeil Alexander-Walker adding 15 points, reprising his bench role since Trae Young has been back. Going over to Charlotte, they moved to 11 and 20 on the season, pushing for a play-in spot, 120 to 105 over the Orlando Magic. Con Knipple got hurt in this one, 16 points in only 15 minutes. Hopefully he doesn't have to miss much time. LaMelo Ball, 22 points, 7 of 20 from the field, though. Efficiency always a little bit of an issue for him. Colin Sexton made up for it with 13 points and only 18 minutes off the bench, 3 for 3 on his threes. Moussa Diabate has been filling in with Ryan Kalkbrenner sidelined with an ankle injury. Doubled again, 10 and 12, 33 minutes. Tijan Salon essentially was the backup center in this one due to lack of alternatives. 14 points, 9 rebounds, 6 of 7 from the field for him in 22 minutes. He's been playing a lot better. I should probably get his rating up to like a 75, 76 by the time I reevaluate him, which should be... I'm going to go through a bunch of players over the next 2 days. Orlando, they dropped to 17 and 14, led in scoring by Anthony Black. Desmond Bane had 15. Black had 24 points to lead the way. Bane, 15 points, 7 of 19 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3. He's been up and down with his efficiency this year. Paolo Banchero has mostly been down with his efficiency, 13 points on 4 of 13 from the field. 2K Sports finally got around to dropping his overall rating below Franz Wagner. I think he should be rated even lower the way he's playing this year, probably trending down towards like an 85-ish overall player. We'll see what happens when I reevaluate. Jace Richardson had his career high, 14 points. He's been playing a lot more since Jalen Suggs went down. 5 of 7 from the field in 22 minutes for him. Washington, they moved to 6 and 23 on the season, 138 to 117 over the Toronto Raptors. Wizards are 3 and 3 in their last 6 games. Keyshawn George, 23 points, 9 of 13 from the field. He's been streaky all year, but he had it going in this one. Bilal Coulibaly had his best offensive game in the year with 21 points. CJ McCollum added 21 himself. Alex Sarr, 15 on an efficient 7 of 9 from the field. Bubba Carrington had 15 points. Off the bench, he was 4 of 7 from 3. Washington overall shot 59% from the field, 46% from 3, by far their best offensive performance of the season. Toronto, on the other hand, they dropped to 18 and 14. They've kind of been struggling a lot. Harrison Barnes, he was okay. I think he had 14 points on 14 shots. I need to get his rating down probably to like the 86, 87 range. Brandon Ingram had 29. Quickly had 25. But they really miss Jakob Poeltl. Even though Poeltl isn't getting any great shakes defensively, he's not Mamu. Mamu's just not an NBA caliber defender at the 5. He had 13 points, 11 rebounds in this one, 3 of 6 from 3. So like his offensive production doesn't look terrible, but they gave up 138 points to the Washington Wizards. So obviously his defense just isn't really up to snuff in terms of rotations and everything, help defense, etc. Boston, they moved to 19 and 11 on the season, 140 to 122 over the Pacers. Jaylen Brown with his customary 30 points. Peyton Pritchard added 29. He's been playing a lot better the last month or so. Derek White had 21 in this one, and Sam Hauser finally was able to hit some shots. He had 23 points, 7 of 8 from 3, so that will help salvage his 3-point rating a little bit. Luka Garza, after not being in the rotation for a little bit, he's back. 15 points, 5 of 5 from the field in 27 minutes. Pacers, on the other hand, they put points on the board in this one, but obviously they gave up 140. They dropped to 6 and 25. Andrew Nembhard led the way with 18 points and 8 assists, but Pascal Siakam only 11 points on 4 of 13 from the field. I got to get his rating down, probably to like 86, 87. Micah Potter was signed out of the G League. He took Garrison Matthews' place on the roster. They also released James Wiseman from his hardship contract, so Potter looks like he's going to be locked in as the backup 4 in the meantime, and he had a solid line in this one in his limited minutes. 9 points, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, so perfect debut for him. We'll see if he's able to carve out a larger role, and I haven't done his rating yet. If I recall, he's probably going to come out to like a 73 once I do some of his ratings. Some of these ratings are just really bad based on what he's done over the last 3 years of his career. Did pretty well not internationally, but like in a Team USA format earlier in the year. Chicago, they moved to 15 and 15 on the season, 109 to 102 over the Sixers. Not really a ton of rating notes for them. Second unit led the way rather than the starters. So Zach Collins had 15 points in only 19 minutes. Trey Jones had 15 points in 24 minutes. Jalen Smith had 12 points, 8 rebounds, a dunk on Embiid, 22 minutes. He was a plus 24 during that time. Patrick Williams was a DNP-CD as they actually ran with Smith and Collins next to each other. So I'll add power forward to one of those two guys, as it looks like the Bulls are going to incorporate a little bit of big ball element as they're trying to get more minutes for Buzelis at the 3 also. And now that all their bigs are healthy, they need to get these guys in the rotation somehow. Philadelphia, on the other hand, they dropped to 16 and 13. Joel Embiid had a solid offensive line, 31 points, but only 5 rebounds in 32 minutes. He was 10 of 19 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 9 for 9 from the free throw line. So, again, similar to like Mamu, really good offensive player, but defensively, he's kind of cooked right now. Really, basically can't jump or move. Maxey had 27 points, 8 assists, and Paul George had a solid all-around line. 15 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists in 35 minutes of action. That's probably a season high or close to it for him. Good to see George and Embiid at least playing minutes in the 30s, although it hasn't led to any victories for them. Going over to Memphis, they moved to 15 and 16 with a 125-104 win over the Bucks. Ja Morant made his return, 17 points, 10 assists, 6 of 11 from the field. Didn't take a 3. That's probably a good sign. 5 of 6 from the free throw line in 25 minutes. Quietly one of his best offensive games of the year. Jaren Jackson Jr. added 24 points, 9 rebounds. Cedric Coward, caught myself there, 15 points. He returning from a 1-game absence. Jalen Wells added 14. And then Cam Spencer had 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists off the bench in 25 minutes. 19 points on 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, and 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Super efficient, just continuing to reestablish himself as one of the front runners for 6th man of the year, I think. Javon Small was also active, I believe made his debut, played 2.5 minutes in this one. 3 healthy point guards for Memphis. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. First time that's happened all year for sure. Still a couple guys sidelined. Vince Williams missed, I think, his 2nd game in a row. Jock Landale was out for this one. So Grizz had no centers. They basically had to get everything they could from Jackson Jr. and Aldama. Not pictured here is Christian Coloco, who's currently on a hardship contract. He played 28 minutes, 4 points, 3 steals, and a block for Coloco. So he's getting all he can eat right now while Memphis is banged up in the front court. Milwaukee, I don't really have many notes for them. They've been pretty disappointing all year. AJ Green bounced back from a couple rough shooting nights. He had 20 points 6 threes in this one, but Miles Turner just hasn't really been able to get it going offensively. 8 points on 2 for 11 shooting, just not a good enough from your starting center. Giannis should be back the next game that they play today, so we'll see what happens there, if he's able to solve all ails, or if they will continue to struggle as they have all season. Phoenix, they moved to 17 and 13, 115 and 108 over the Pels. Booker, 30 points. Mark Williams, another solid line, 24 and 13, big double-double. And then Colin Gillespie, 1 assist short of a double-double, 16 points and 9 assists. Pels, they've been playing a lot better of late. Zion continues to come off the bench, had 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists in this one. Jordan Poole also embracing the, I guess not 6-man role, but 7th-man role, had 19 off the bench. They did shoot only 7 of 18 from the field. Herb Jones still sidelined, so Bryce McGowan continues to start. Jose Alvarado had 11 points in this one. Mostly, it was all the bench in this one. Trey Murphy, third, was the only starter in double figures with 19 points. I believe Derek Queen had 7 points and 7 rebounds with a couple turnovers in this one. Not a great performance for him. Utah, they get a surprising win over the Pistons, 131 to 129, moving to 11 and 19 on the season. They just can't see, they'll bench their stars like Laurie against the crap teams and then play them against the good teams. But the Jazz, unfortunately, are good enough when Laurie plays that they can upset the contender type teams. So Keontae George had 31 points. Laurie had 30 in this one to lead the way for Utah. Yusuf Nurkic had a pretty solid performance. 16 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 for 1 on his threes, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. He's playing a lot better over the last 2 weeks. Hard for him to play much worse, of course, as he was of all starting centers, he had the lowest true shooting percentage of all of them, like 49 true shooting percentage, which is like really like Ben Wallace caliber for like relative to like your modern bigs. Ace Bailey was scoreless in this one. He had a hip injury, left after only 11 minutes. Bryce Sensabaugh filled in. He had 20 points in 33 minutes, replacing him. Detroit, they moved to 24, or they fell to 24 and 7, I should say. Cade had 24 points and 17 assists, which I believe are a season high for him. 7 Pistons in double figures. They did share the ball. Obviously 17 assists for Cade. But Jalen Duren really struggled in this one. 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 turnovers, 5 fouls in 22 minutes of action. Outplayed by Yusuf Nurkic, which is not great. Duren was, I was giving him a little bit of all-star buzz at the start of the year during their win streak, but since then he's kind of fallen back down to earth, so his rating probably will follow suit as well. Jaden Ivey, worth noting, had probably his most efficient game since returning. 11 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3 in only 14 minutes of action. And then the LA Clippers, kind of our big story for the day. They moved to 9 and 21 on the season, 119 and 103. They have won 3 straight games, unbelievably. Brook Lopez with a season high, 31 points, turning back the clock in a huge way. 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, played 33 minutes, was 9 of 14 on his threes. He's now at 41% on the season, 56% from 3 over his last 4 games. Yeah, so I've got him up to a 78 overall, which is plus 4, and then plus, I think that's plus 3 from where I had him at before, and then plus 4 from where 2K Sports currently has him at. They have him down at a 74. James Harden had 34 in this one, and Kawhi Leonard, 28 points, and just can't miss from the free throw line, 12 of 12 in this one. He's up to 98% from the free throw line on the season, which is the highest I can remember for a volume free throw shooter this deep into the year. The Clippers are shooting they shot 51% overall in this game, 20 of 40 from 3, 50%. So my question is, was Zoo actually a problem for them? Was he hurting the spacing? Because now that he's sidelined, the Clippers actually can play 5 out in the starting unit now, kind of harkening back to what the Rockets used to do with James Harden and everything. Yeah, let me know if you think that when Zubats comes back, maybe he should actually be coming off the bench, as is the trend league-wide, of course, when players come back from injury now. But he might be, because he's offensively, he's really a guy that needs post touches, but I think that doesn't really mesh well with Harden and Kawhi. Obviously Kawhi missed half of last year, so they needed him to step up offensively last year. But I think in the starting unit, it's he hasn't had the same year. Maybe staggering him from those guys would help get him going. Obviously, the issue though is, of course, defensively, they need him, but like he hasn't been the same defensively either. So Brook Lopez, maybe he's better. He's just better naturally as a starter. Obviously, he started most of his career, so we'll see. That's kind of an interesting dynamic that I did not expect. I think most people had just kind of chalked up Brook Lopez to just being washed, of course, but he showed that that is not the case at all. Um, and then finishing off with Portland, who lost this game, dropping 12 and 19. Seems likely that the Clippers are eventually going to pass them in the standings. Denny Avdia, 29, 9 and 9. Tamani Kamara, 20 points in this one, 5 of 11 from three. He's stepping up offensively with Jeremy Grant sidelined. And then Shaden Sharp, he's been pretty erratic this year offensively, 16 points, but only 7 of 19 from the field. It's a little surprising that like Drew Holiday has been gone for so long. You would have thought that he'd been back yet. And Scoot Henderson had what must have been like the world's worst hamstring tear, because he has been out for. He still hasn't made his debut. Looking at like a January-ish return. So yeah, unfortunately, another kind of lost injury-racked season in Portland. But we'll see what they do once the deadline hits, once some of these guys return to the lineup, what direction they end up taking. And that's our recap. Again, not a ton of ratings adjustments. I did focus in on Brook Lopez in this one, but I'm going to use the next essentially 36 hours to kind of review all of the teams and then continue working through all of the. I've been trying to make sure all of the starters in the game have a rating update, and I still have like 6 teams that I have to go through on the official 2K update. There weren't just that many badge updates. I think I'll probably finish that off and just let you guys know what the details were for their update. It was a smaller update than this past one, not as many changes. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow as we also break down the Saturday night games. Those are happening right now. I'll see you guys later.